Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to ColourPop Week. Haha. Today, main squeeze. Today's red. We're doing the Dream Big Vault this week. Now, all these came out last year. This is old news. Unless you're like me and have just decided to kind of branch into color. Since now the trend is back to neutrals, now I want to do color. Yes. So, yeah, our first that we're trying out of the vault is main squeeze. We're just going to go in order because why not? So today is red. Could you guess? Okay. So I decided to just kind of go ahead and do a look, and then talk about what I think. All right, so this is our palette. It is Main Squeeze by ColourPop. It is a 9-pan palette, as you see here. We are going to do some swatches, because why not? I'm just going to swatch on my arm right here. I'm actually going to swatch on this side, so I'm going to hold it up. You can see it, because I'm real bad. I'll swatch on this side, and then I struggle. But, yeah, as far as my eyes go, I put down a base of Frost. This is what I did first, and then I followed it up with Like It's Hot on the lid, even though you can't really see it now because I covered it. In the crease, I layered first Seed Money, and then Red Bottoms, and then on this part of the lid, the inner bit is Juicy Fruit, which is this one, the gold. Right in the middle, we have Maraschino. And then on the outside, going into the darker shade, I used Home Slice. So there's only two colors I didn't use, which were Baywatch and Big Gulp. And this is what our eyes look like. As far as blending goes, they blend really well. Although you do want a light hand when it comes to blending because you will blend it away if you get too vigorous. One of the tips that I learned from Robert Welsh, like this is one of the brushes I use for blending, is when you're blending, don't hold your brushes like way up because if you want to pack on color, that's fine. But if you're blending, hold your brushes like way back here to do your blend, because you'll have a much lighter hand when it comes to the blend. And as you can see, it does really blend out to a pink. I have to say, like, once I put my red lipstick on, hopefully I can keep the lipstick off my teeth, guys. This looks a lot less red. When I put red on, it definitely went more pink. That's kind of what happens to red eyeshadow, though. But you want to do a swatch test? Let's do a swatch test. I'm going to swatch with my fingers, and then we might blend with a brush so you can kind of see. So let's start at, we're just going to go, yeah, we'll just go across. Yeah. So first we have Frosé, which is this one, and I'm just going to do a one-finger swatch. I'm not going to pack it on. I'm not going to make it look fakey-dicky. And then we have Juicy Fruit, which is this one. Home Slice is next. And then Like It's Hot, which you see is that one required a lot of packing on. Okay, I gotta take this off. Next up, Maraschino, which is really nice. Maraschino is one of the best ones in here. Big Gulp, which I haven't even used yet. Okay, and then we have Seed Money, Baywatch. I hadn't used it yet either. And finally, Red Bottoms, which I need to do with my thumb. There we go. So there are our colors. And as you can see, it definitely skews more pink. than anything else. But yeah, pretty decent. I will say you might have to layer, especially some of the ones that go on a little bit lighter. You do have to pack on the color a little bit, and there is a little bit of fallout, not major fallout. One of the things to help you, if you notice that you're getting a lot of fallout when you put your eyeshadows on, are two things. Number one, you can always do your eyes before you do the rest of your makeup. That way you don't have to worry about it. Or if you are just like me and you really like to do your base first, when you get your stuff on your brush, if you do this number and knock off the excess, it will usually go a lot better. Granted, you're probably going to have to really layer if you do that, but that's okay. All right, so I am going to blend these a little bit so you can see. I'm going to get my blendy brush. It's not super clean because I just did my makeup. So, but as far as like blending out, it does blend pretty nicely. See, I'm holding way back here. So there's your blend. We're just going to kind of go over all of them so you can see. But you will also see that if it's light, it will blend to almost nothing. Not almost nothing, but it will blend super light if that is more your bag. So there is a blend so you can kind of see how it blends out on the eye. The darker color, of course, they always require a little more work, but you can see blendy, very blendy, nice. So what do I think of these shadows? This is the thing about ColourPop that I kind of love. These palettes are under $13. Now, most of my palettes run $40 to $50. A couple of them were $65 of the ones that I normally use, my luxury ones. And I do believe in putting out money for eyeshadow. Number one, eyeshadow lasts a really long time. Like a really long time. Foundation you go through quickly. Mascara, you're done in 6 months because you got to change it up before it goes bad. Lipstick will last forever too. But eyeshadow, you know, eyeshadow lasts forever. And especially if you have more than one palette and like to switch between things, they will last for years. And I know some things are like, well, they expire in 2 years. Whatever. I use that. I don't care about expiration on an eyeshadow unless it has weirdly grown some mold on it, which has never happened, or smelled weird, which has also never happened to any of mine. So, but apparently those are things that can sometimes happen. I have never personally had anything like that happen. So I like a variety of eyeshadows, and since they do last a long time, I do put out money for the palette because I want a lot of color payoff. I want it to be blendable. I want you, like, and these are nice because then you can just pack color on top and like make it dark. Okay, for example, where's one of my light ones? All right, Like It's Hot, because it went on real light. That'll be the fourth one here, right? So the nice, oh, that's not it. There it is. The nice thing about that is that it will layer on top of itself until you get a really nice vivid red. You see? You layer. I like buildable. Instead of having like, Now sometimes I want, Insta color, but sometimes I like it to be just a little bit lighter so that I can up the intensity myself instead of, oh God, it's really intense. How do I take it down? Kind of thing. So yeah, but what I was saying about ColourPop is this stuff's so cheap, but it's really good quality. It's really soft and blendable, which is nice. A couple of these are a little bit harder than like my super luxe ones. Like Home Slice feels a little hard to the touch, but it's really pretty on. And it's actually really buttery when you put it on your eye. Just on the finger, it felt a little whatever. Maraschino is the same way. It's funny. It's like the glittery ones felt weird. That's the best one in here. This feels the nicest. Dead center. I love that color. It's dead center of my eyes. So this is the thing with ColourPop. It's a really good bang for your buck as far as ColourPop shadows go. They're good. Are they the best eyeshadows I've ever tried? No. There are a few from Anastasia that I like better. I really love Tati's palette. I really like that palette I got from Melt quite a bit. So I have tried other palettes that I would say, oh, well, you know, I can see where the money went. But you know what? For the price of this, I would rather buy 7 ColourPop palettes than one of the others because I get a lot more variety. I'm just saying. If you're cheap like I am, this is good stuff. And if you just want to experiment with color but don't want to put out like a hefty, huge amount of money for something that you're like, I don't know if I really want to, like I want to play with some red eyeshadow, but I don't want to invest in some red eyeshadow. You can play with some red eyeshadow without investing. Because all of these, I bought the Vault, but all of these you can buy individually. Yay. So yes, I really like ColourPop shadows. The red works great. It was a little bit of work, a little bit of build, but they blended really pretty. And I think they look good. And it's fun, all red. I wasn't so afraid of the red. It is all over me right now. I wasn't so afraid of the red because I have played around with red in my eyes before, but I've never done one quite so fiery. I was going for fire. A theme, but I think it looks good, and I don't think it looks insane. But since I was doing red eyes, red lips, there's no blush today, just highlighter. Because I didn't want just too much going on in my face. We're wearing some magnetic lashes. I did trim these ones because they were just too big for my eyes. So they're a little shorter. But I think it looks good. I think we look good today, guys. Yay. So tomorrow, we're going to do orange. I actually do have an orange dress that I forgot that I had. So I get to wear orange tomorrow. We're going to do orange, and we're going to see how that goes. I'm sure I have orange flowers for my hair too, because I like flowers in my hair. You may have noticed. Today's hairstyle is literally, I twirled this up and shoved 2 bobby pins in it and then covered it in flowers. There is no hairstyle. Braid waves, but no actual hairstyle because I still am uninspired. It is the way of things. So today we did red. Tomorrow we conquer orange. Fun! Alrighty, I hope to see you then. One of these this week we will probably do me trying to figure it out. And then, of course, on Saturday, we will do a live where I will do my eyes in front of you and while we figure out what we're doing with our purple. So it might be our yellow one. We might actually do 2 different eye looks, like really lean into the yellow and then use the same palette to do more of a more like natural. I thought that might be fun for us to do together. We'll see. All right. Until then, have a great day. And if you have any of these palettes or just really bright eyeshadow in general, please feel free to do a makeup look and tag me on Instagram because you know I love that stuff. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Until then, have a great day. I love you guys. Bye.